Hello, welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. We're going to look at a series of beers from a brewery that's been fairly well established in Japan, and that is Ise Kadoya Brewery. And Ise Kadoya has been around for a long time. Well, as a sake brewery, they've been around since 1575. As a craft beer brewery, not quite so long, but still quite long in Japanese craft beer history terms. They opened in 1997, and they're located in Ise City, Mie Prefecture. And Ise is famous for one of the most renowned shrines in Japan, Ise Shrine, and the brewery has a tap room near the two shrines. One is called Gekku and the other is Naiku, and they have a number of taps available there. They opened a new brewery in 2018 called the Shimono Brewery, so they've made quite an expansion. The founder of the craft beer section is named Suzuki-san, and he has a PhD in microbiology, specifically in yeast, and so he's well versed in that. And the head brewer currently is a man named Deguchi, who is really adventurous and putting out all kinds of new beers. And in fact, they've impressed me as being a brewery that's put out so many new beers in the last year or two, trying to maybe find a core set. They also have a souvenir line of sort of regular beers called Shinto beer as well. There are two places to try them in Tokyo. One is their Shinjuku restaurant, which apparently has 4 taps, and their Tokyo Yaesu Tavern, which has 13 taps. So they have many seasonal beers and limited beers. They put out a soccer beer, I think 2 soccer beers last year, or soccer themed beers, a baseball beer. In any case, let's move along, and we're going to look at a number of their beers, and we'll start with one right now. And are you ready for another of Ise Kadoya's beers? And this is probably one of their better known, their special ones. This is called Ise Kadoya, a New England IPA Neko Nihiki. And this is a collaboration with Culmination Brewing in Portland, Oregon. Or actually it was a collaboration when they made it. And it was made to help celebrate the 20th anniversary of Ise Kadoya Brewing in 2017. And this is a IPA, or hazy IPA, New England style IPA. And you'll notice the cute little kitties on here. This is the name of the beer means 2 cats. Neko is cat, and ni is 2, and hiki is the counter word for animals. So 2 cats, New England IPA. And the cats are even identified on the label. The fluffy one, if the order is correct here, the fluffy one is named Jin, and is the brewery cat for Ise Kadoya, and the cat on the smaller cat lives in Portland, Oregon, and is called Abby, and it is Ise Kadoya's brewery cat. So this was originally a Culmination Ise Kadoya collab beer, but I don't think it would be considered that now. I'm not sure if they use the same recipe or not. But Ise Kadoya and Culmination did collaborate on this. Culmination is actually one of the more highly regarded breweries in Portland, Oregon, and I've been there only once during a Zwickelmania event, which is when the breweries all over the state open up for a day and give free samples and tours, but when I went, Culmination had just opened and they had only 2 beers on tap. So I really need to go back sometime and give them a better look. People rave about Culmination. And so 8%, 35 international bittering units, and it has barley malt, wheat, and a variety of hops. The hops listed are Amarillo, Equinox, Mosaic, Simcoe, and Citra. So kind of superstar sort of hops for this New England style IPA. And this actually won, this beer was awarded a silver in the International Beer Cup in 2020. On their website, they claim that, well, there was no gold awarded that year, so it was the top prize for that year in the New England IPA category. On RateBeer, this one has 38 ratings and 17 reviews, and the average is very high, 4.06, 93 percentile for its style, or for all beers on RateBeer, and 79% for New England IPAs, which are now the most popular category on RateBeer. So there's a lot of competition there. On Untapped, 1,962 ratings, an average of 4.06, exactly the same. I have had this before and I gave it a fairly high rating. I think I had it in 2018, maybe a few times since then. In general, beer geeks often say that this is probably the best hazy New England IPA style in Japan. A lot of people have made them. I'm not sure how many people have made it better. Let's give this a go. Are you a cat lover? I have a American short-hair cat, and I named my cat Mugi, which means barley in Japanese. I have a friend who lives in Oregon who named his cat Barley, and when I got a cat I thought I might do the same thing, and I did. And I thought it was a special name, unusual name, but then I saw a list of like top 10 cat names. You know, they do an annual survey of names, and Mugi was one of them, so in any case. All right, so we have a typical New England hazy color. Looks like unfiltered apple juice, and you cannot see through this at all. Like a half finger of frothy head. If we put it through the light, yeah, you see it's not clear at all. Very turbid. So very, very normal for this style. Let's try the aroma. Yeah, it's got that sort of zesty citrus, sort of sour, stinky sort of hoppiness. Maybe some apples, peaches back there. Yeah, it kind of hits your nose. A little bit like a combination of juicy fruitiness and train station urinal. Let's give it a go. Juicy citrus, stone fruit, kind of small but insidious sort of bitterness that it won't go away. Kind of a light hop burn on the tongue. Medium body. This is very tasty. I think I've said many times probably this is not my favorite style. I think for a lot of younger beer geeks it is the style. When it first came out we were saying this is the style du jour, and that was 4 or 5 years ago, so it's stayed with us, and now it's probably the most popular style of IPA, certainly. Tasty, great. The hops don't, 35 international bittering units, so hops don't really, make a big dent. This is very pleasant stuff. Yeah. So once again, this is called Ise Kadoya New England IPA Neko Nihiki. And if you want, the next video I'm going to do is called Ise Kadoya New England Double IPA Neko Sambiki, 3 cats beer. And so we'll see how that is. So stay tuned for that, and subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment, okay? And I hope you're doing well. Take care. Bye-bye.